November 7th, 1876, the closest presidential election in history, decided by one electoral vote and a backroom deal. Democrat Samuel Tilden goes to bed that night thinking that he's the next president. He's got over 50% of the popular vote, and he's just one electoral vote shy of victory. His opponent, Ruther B. Hayes, an absolute nobody outside of Ohio, described by one peer as a third-rate nonentity whose only recommendation is that he's obnoxious to nobody. Seems like Tilden's got this wrapped up, right? Wrong. The election was a complete disaster. There was violence, massive voter suppression, and some states reporting literally impossible turnout numbers. When the dust settled, 4 states had disputed results, totaling 20 electoral votes that would decide everything. Both parties claimed victory, but tensions were rising, and death threats against both candidates were made. Fearing a second civil war, Washington, D.C. quietly moved in federal troops. To settle the constitutional crisis, Congress authorized a 15-member electoral commission to figure this all out. 7 Republicans, 7 Democrats, and 1 independent Supreme Court justice named David Davis to settle as the tiebreaker. While this was all going on, Democrats got clever and appointed Davis to the Illinois Senate, thinking that they just bought his vote. But this spectacularly backfired. Davis immediately quit the commission to take his Senate seat, and the commission replaced him with a Republican. With an 8-7 Republican majority, the commission voted on strict party lines and awarded all 20 electoral votes to Hayes. Despite losing the popular vote, Hayes ended up winning the electoral vote count 185 to 184. But here's the question. Why did Democrats accept this obvious party line robbery? Enter the Compromise of 1877. It was a backroom deal at a Washington hotel that was never written down, and historians still debate today whether it ever really happened. The alleged deal. Democrats allow Hayes to become president as long as Republicans pull federal troops from the South, effectively ending Reconstruction. Whatever the case might have been, Hayes gets inaugurated, Democrats barely make a fuss, and federal troops were pulled from the South almost immediately. With no federal oversight, Democrats retake southern state governments and quickly implement Jim Crow laws. Black voter participation, which was previously at 60 to 80%, drops down to nearly zero in many states. The Solid South voting bloc was born, and no former Confederate state would vote Republican for another 44 years. The Republicans may have won the election with a backroom deal, but they lost the South for generations, and 4 million Black Americans ultimately paid the price.